Hello everybody and welcome to the SmackDown review, and today is very different. Instead of recording on the phone, we're recording on the computer, and we have the SmackDown review right here. Then we go to the after SmackDown, what happens after SmackDown, all the things that happened after SmackDown. Then we get on to the next week's card, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and dive right into the SmackDown review. It was a pretty good SmackDown, I cannot lie. We started off the show, and normally whenever we started off, we always see the people walking into the arena, getting their bags, everything like that. But we see Drew McIntyre go ahead and attack Damian Priest. This is making it very clear they're going to have a match at WrestleMania, and obviously you can see right here, Damian is absolutely flat out on the ground. Which I was not expecting this. I thought Cody was going to be opener, but Randy was opening the show, and he talked about how John Cena is now The Rock's bottom. I didn't really understand that. Obviously, The Rock bottom, all that, but it's getting heated. Randy says that Kevin attacked Cody because he's jealous of the title on Cody's waist. That's very true, obviously, but if there's anybody that I think was jealous, I'd say it's Randy. Obviously, we saw at Clash at the Castle, we saw him look at the title. We saw at Mania him look at the title. So I think he's the next one to turn heel here. He says the voices started talking to him again, telling him to do the punt kick and make it to where Kevin's closest family wouldn't recognize his face. Clearly devastating. But then he says that Pat McAfee is the second best punter in the WWE. This is one of the best mic drops I've ever seen. It was a very good promo, I cannot lie. But, it was just awesome to see Randy Orton just go off about Kevin Owens. We obviously don't see this a lot. We don't see Randy just come out there and go off on him. We haven't seen that in a hot minute. So to see him come out and kind of like the fans were still with him and everything because he did return. We still like him, everything like that. But yeah, if y'all see me yawning a lot, I literally just woke up. Ask me why. I could not tell you why I decided to do it as soon as I woke up, but it is what it is. Then we get Piper Niven versus Tiffany Stratton. In this match, we actually saw an impressive moveset from Piper Niven. Not saying that she's not always, but we really never see somebody like Tiffany Stratton being able to work with Piper Niven. We really never get to see it because Piper's always like the bodyguard for Chelsea Green. So, it was cool seeing that match, but then Tiffany just hit the prettiest moonsault ever. I rated that match a 7.7 out of 10, and with this new series, y'all will be getting to see the ratings. Obviously, I'll be posting them on my Instagram as well, but yeah, y'all will be able to see the ratings on here as well. But after the match is where things really got crazy, and Charlotte Flair attacked Tiffany Stratton after the match, and as we can see here, she hit her with the figure 8. Obviously building up WrestleMania very well. Then we had Los Garza versus Pretty Deadly versus Motor City Machine Guns, and earlier in the night we saw Nick Aldis make up a little bracket, and whoever wins this will be the number 1 contender to face DIY. I think it was next week, maybe, because next week I know that the Street Profits are facing DIY, so I don't know when this is going to take place, but this was a very fun match. I loved it. I think that they had a lot of tags. It looked nice. Motor City, everybody had a key part in this match, and I rated that a 7.5 out of 10. Then we get the thing that I was most excited for. Finally, Bianca's trying to get answers. She is wanting answers, and then Naomi admits that she did indeed attack Jade, but to help Bianca. Obviously, we can see right here, after Naomi exchanged some words to Bianca before she walked back, Jade pulls up in a car and walks straight after her and absolutely destroys her. But if you can see right here, I will expand it for y'all right quick. I will expand it. And Naomi says Jade Cargill has been piggybacking off of Bianca Belair. So Naomi felt that Jade was just using Bianca for experience and everything like that to get her push, and that's why she attacked her. Obviously jealousy. That's what I think. Then we get Drew backstage in a little backstage interview, and he says that all he's going to give out now is violence. Obviously, talking about the Damian Priest, he's obviously just going to give him violence. That's definitely not what the SmackDown brand wants, but Nick Aldis is going to have a playtime with him. Obviously, we saw Drew stir up a lot of problems during that CM Punk feud with Adam Pearce, and now he's going to SmackDown to stir up more problems with Nick Aldis. So, let's see how that works. I think we'll eventually lead into a storyline of the "you're fired" type of thing, but if they were going to do that, they would have done it in the CM Punk feud. I don't believe that's going to happen, but it is what it is. Might as well throw out the idea. Then we get Charlotte Flair saying that she warned Tiffany Stratton, and then we see B-Fab kind of go face-to-face with her, and we know that they'll be having a match next week. I'm already saying all the matches that are happening next week, and we still got a whole thing to go through right here, but it is what it is. Then we see Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa. Obviously, was going to be a great match, and they had a decent match. Then as soon as Braun hit the power slam, Tama Tonga breaks it up, leaving in a DQ. Jacob Fatu comes out. We see another stare down between them, and they end up fighting in the crowd, which leads to Jacob going through 2 tables. As we can see right here, Jacob on the ground, Tama Tonga attacking Braun Strowman, and then the card right there. Probably. My mic just unplugged. What is going on? My mic just unplugged. Hopefully that didn't mess up the audio, but it is what it is. Then we see Cody Rhodes' promo to John Cena. And the first thing we saw, you can kind of see it right here. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I don't know if you could see it right there, but he came out with like a little bruise on his left eye. Cody talked about how the fans chose him a long time ago to earn Money in the Bank whenever he had a mustache on his face. That's what he was talking about the whole time. And he tells John that if he wants some, come get some. Obviously using John's line. I think that's very good. And this might be one of the best promos we've seen Cody Rhodes do since he's been in WWE. Just saying. A great promo. I still think the best one was with him and Roman. Whenever Roman laid out the 2 titles. Have you ever won that one? Have you even competed for that one? I like that promo the best from Cody. But as a solo promo, I'd say that's his best one. Then we get a title match with Chelsea Green versus Michin, and we saw Chelsea rocking the Mick Foley gear for this match. I don't know if you can not see it right there, but she was just wearing the Mick Foley gear and stuff. Looked pretty cool. They had a great match, and then Alba Fire helped Chelsea Green win, and she hit Michin with a Canadian Destroyer onto the chairs, and I mean, the rest is history. Chelsea Green retains her championship, and the rating, I gave it an 8.2 out of 10. Very good match. Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre was next up, and Drew McIntyre picked up the victory by Claymore. Pretty good match, I could not lie. I wasn't expecting it to be this good because I believe they had a match last week. So I mean, it is what it is. But then after the match, Drew got attacked by Damian Priest after the match, and yeah, there's that. The main event, LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And they had a great match. I mean, I didn't see LA Knight botch one of his spots this time. I wasn't keeping a close eye on it, obviously. But then Shinsuke spit mist into the ref's face on accident. And then LA Knight hits his BFT onto the chair. And that was it. No champion. I rated that an 8.3 out of 10. So, good SmackDown. Obviously, we see LA Knight holding up that championship with the fireworks. And then we move on to the after SmackDown results. That was lagging a bit right there. Right here, first thing we're going to get to is LA Knight after SmackDown. If we click on this tab right here, we have LA Knight, Triple H taking their photo, and obviously right here, we can see them going for the photo shoot. Awesome. But yeah, so glad he finally got that title back. They were doing absolutely nothing with Shinsuke, and he is, in my opinion, better than Shinsuke. Not in ring, but on the mic, and you need somebody that can do that. So, and then we get a Joe Gacy tweet 2 days ago, and just with a clock. So obviously time's ticking. That's kind of what they're hinting at here, and I think this is cool because obviously we know all the things that are happening with Alexa Bliss, and we know all the glitches that are coming on the screen. But would he really send this out just for Alexa Bliss? Because we already know Alexa Bliss. But are they adding more members? I don't think so. I think it's just got to be Alexa Bliss, but many people have thought otherwise. So I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue at all. So, I'm good with it. I don't really care. Let me expand my thing a bit more. There we go. But then if we go back here, we have a White 6 deleted message. So they deleted a message. Or, no, this is the wrong one. That's it. The White 6 deleted message. I don't know what any of this means. I'm going to have to get one of y'all that actually does this. Obviously, just referring back to what Joe Gacy said. Joe Gacy did the clock, and White 6 did the times drawn near. Obviously, same thing as the clock. So they're really emphasizing that this thing with Alexa Bliss is about to come to an end, and they're about to finally capture into the White 6. Obviously now we know Bo Dallas is cleared. Uncle Howdy is cleared. So we'll be getting him very soon. Then next up we get Karrion Kross talking to Dom Dom. Obviously, we'll read out this full tweet. Thank you to Word of Wrestling for this tweet. I saw this from the Wrestling His Days YouTube channel. You can kind of see some of his shirt right there. That's where I get half of these tweets because I do not have Twitter. I just have Instagram and YouTube and all that. Twitter's a bad place, bro. But this thing says Karrion Kross is in the air, Dirty Dom. Who keeps mentioning the sixth new member? Do I think that's gonna happen? No. I think he's talking to him about building his own faction with him, because as we know, yeah, they've been talking about a new member, but I feel like we would have saw that. I wish we would have kind of saw it already. This video is gonna be so scuffed because of my yawning. But yeah, I think he was talking about starting a new faction here. I do not think that this was about him joining Judgment Day. I feel like we should have seen him talking to Finn, if that's the case. But I think they're looking to kick Finn out. But with Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan looking to enter a feud, could we see the Judgment Day versus the White 6? Very big possibility. And is Karrion Kross their 6? Yeah, I like this a lot. I like it a lot. And Wrestling Days YouTube, he tagged him in that. Very cool. Very, very cool. I absolutely love this. If Karrion can join the Judgment Day and we can get that feud, I just don't think it'll happen though. For the sole factor of they're talking about a 6 member, but in the end, they're wanting Finn out of there, I believe. We get a Carmella response, as we know. I don't want to deep too much into that because it ain't my business of what she says. But, she said Carmella wanted to have roles similar to Big E while she was injured in WWE. Why wasn't I afforded those same opportunities? That's why I keep asking myself, because I feel like I have a lot to offer. I have a fan base. I represent the company well. Why wasn't I given an offer? I think that's what it would say. But she's obviously just going off on WWE, trying to make a big scene. Instead of doing this, obviously she feels like she was punished for going off and having a baby. Which, obviously you can feel that expression as soon as she's ready to come back, released. But that's probably half the reason why Corey Graves wasn't so adamant about being on TV. Oh, gosh. But, yeah, man, I think that this is just a whole bunch of nonsense what Carmella's doing. And there's no reason to make a big stink about all this whenever you could just legitimately be done with it and just leave everything alone. But yeah, she just keeps coming out with comments and just back and forth. Then we see earlier in the day, we see Lex Luger get introduced into the Hall of Fame class of 2025. Awesome. He definitely deserves it. Had some great matches and looks very good. Chelsea Green had a comment here, and Jesse Rodriguez says, I want to see Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green for the U.S. title at Mania. And Chelsea says, loser leaves America. And obviously, they're big America fans. Obviously, this is a Puerto Rican flag or whatever, I think. Don't flame me. But yeah, that's obviously looking very good right there. Chelsea Green versus Chelsea. What am I even saying, y'all? I need to go to bed. John Cena news. We have WrestleSeek. Shout out to WrestleSeek. He said John Cena is now the Guinness World Record for the longest babyface run in WWE history. Well, that's no surprise to me, obviously, but Randy Orton comment later in the night. We saw Randy and Carmelo backstage. Fortnite is for kids. I was playing the Elden Ring. man. I love Randy, bro. He's just a good guy. Then we get more Cody Rhodes comments, and that would conclude the After SmackDown. There it is. We get Cody saying, John Cena, clearly you want some, come get some. And then we see him saying he gave up. Pretty good there. And then we get on to next week's card. That includes Cody Rhodes is going on Miz TV, Charlotte Flair versus B-Fab, Randy Orton versus Carmelo Hayes, and DIY versus Street Profits. And I'm going to lay down my predictions right now. There's no predictions for that. I'll take Charlotte Flair. Randy Orton just to get the momentum back, but Carmelo Hayes really needs it. And then I'm going to take Street Profits beating DIY in the main event to reclaim their championships. I don't want that to happen, but I feel like Pretty Deadly. I feel like we need Pretty Deadly versus Street Profits, because obviously the Street Profits the Pretty Deadly lied to the Street Profits and told them that Los Garza did it, whenever really it was. I still don't really understand it. Obviously, I think that DIY told Pretty Deadly to do it and kind of set them up for it. But still, anyway, I'm still going to take the Street Profits beating them and claiming the championships. And then next week or the week after next, we're going to get Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. So I think that's going to be a great card. And I hope y'all enjoyed this, because I want to keep doing them like this, to be honest with you. But I just don't know how y'all will like them. And if the views are there, I don't want to say that, but it can get discouraging if it's just 0 views all across the board. So now, obviously hitting 400 subscribers, I'm so grateful. I enjoy that a lot. Obviously, over this past I've been working on YouTube since 2020, and that was on my old channel, and then it got deleted because obviously I was just posting videos not knowing the guidelines and all that. So I started this channel and about 6 to 8 months ago, and it's been skyrocketing ever since. I've just been locked in posting daily content. But that is it for the SmackDown review. If y'all are new, like and subscribe. I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Deuces.